Good evening, ladies. We're moving on with our learning in the book. Now, it talks about after we went over the introduction and the ground rules, it talks about what is the most basic thing when we come and start an argument. It says, if now we're going to start and try to talk about Judaism from the fundamentals and explain what Judaism is and explain the Torah and everything, we need to start from the very beginning. Why? Because he says in every kind of arguing there is, if two people are just talking about the bottom line of what they believe in and the thing that they disagree on, if each one just shouts their side, they will never get to the bottom of it and they will never get to agreement. But if we want two people that are arguing to get to a moment of agreement, we need to first go all the way backwards to see what are the things that they don't agree on, backwards, until we find a middle ground that they both agree on. From there, we slowly establish the next levels until we get to the conclusion. But if we don't find the last thing that we do agree upon, we won't be able to try to build a proper construction of a logical argument in order to agree at the end of it. So he gives an example. He says if there are two people, one thinks that we should eat whatever we want and eat junk food, whatever. And one says, no, we should eat healthy. And all that they will say is, no, each one will shout their opinion. They will never agree. So what they need to do is to go backwards to see what it is that they agree upon. Do they both agree that food has a very significant influence on the human body? If they don't agree about that, so there's no way that they will agree about the bottom line. Maybe they don't agree, maybe they do agree that food has a significant influence about the human body. So let's go backwards. What it is that they disagree upon. So let's go backwards. It can even bring ourselves to the point that we're getting to the understanding of how we look at the world. One will say, you know what? The world was not created. There's nothing here. Everything is random. We only live once and we're just a combination of particles and nothing means nothing. There's nothing in this world with higher meaning. Your life doesn't have any significant higher meaning. All you need to do here is enjoy the life that you were given and die. Who cares if you're healthy or not? Just collect as many pleasures as you can. But on the other hand, this other person might say, this world was created, there is a purpose to my existence. If I eat not healthy food and it influences my body and I have a weak, not healthy body, I won't be able to fulfill my purpose. And so, this is where their ways are being parted. And now that we know to say, what is the thing that they don't agree upon, what is the root of their discussion, now they can start building their discussion. Now they can start seeing who is right and how they can maybe try to convince each other. This is just an example to show how you can see people arguing whether they should or shouldn't eat cheese, but really the root of their disagreement is whether this world was created or not. Why does it matter to our discussion? We're talking about Judaism now, and we're trying, in a way, this book is saying, I have all the answers. In a way, I collect all the answers to everything, combining from many Jewish books that talk about faith and talk about how this world was created. And there are so many answers in this book, and this book will contain the answers to convince even people who know nothing, who believe nothing. But the most fundamental thing that we need to start from is the belief that this world was created, which means we can't start this book talking about, let's talk about Mount Sinai. Let's talk about Moshe bringing the Torah. What Torah? What Moshe? Wait. Let's go backwards from the very beginning. Who said this world was created at all? Let's first establish this understanding. After we understand that and agree on that, then we can move on to the next step. But we can't talk about Moshe and the mountain of Sinai. We don't even believe if this world was created. So the first step is believing that this world was created. How are we going to prove that this world was created? That is the next step in our learning. B'ezrat Hashem. Have a good day. Bye.